They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, we all have thousands and thousands of photographs in our phones that we never get to share with anybody these days. So I figured, why not share them? Welcome to the photo dump. This is Riley's Reptiles. So this first photograph here is from when I was out at AZA's Croc School in 2016. This was out in Florida, and this particular day we were out at Paynes Prairie, uh, going and checking out some wild alligators in the nature preserve area where they still exist in a protected space where people can come out and safely view them. And this particular day, it was early enough but warm enough where most of the animals were out basking or swimming around, and this particular guy was sunning there, about 6 feet from the path, taking a nap, and allowed several of us to get rather close to take a photo. Obviously, no touching, but right before I walked up and squatted next to him to take that photograph, he did open his eyes and gave me a side eye, like, "I see you, buddy. You're not that clever." So that was pretty neat. It was a very cool experience, one that I will certainly never forget. This next particular photo was also while I was at Croc School. All of these are going to be from Croc School. I'll just get that out of the way. But this day, after going to Paynes Prairie, we went over to the University of Florida, and this was down in their wet lab. So we got to see a whole bunch of really amazing, cool, unique preserved specimens. But right when you walk in the door, this one happened to be sitting there. Obviously, it's very, very large and impressive, and definitely a showstopper. This is a skull of a black caiman that was estimated to be well over 16 feet long, that was illegally confiscated by somebody trying to bring it into the country. And it's now being used at the University of Florida for education and research. And we got to take a look at that. That thing's bigger than my torso and weighed about 45, 50 pounds easily, if not more. So that was a pretty impressive bit of skeletal remains to see. Quite terrifying to think of those animals out in the water, but really cool nonetheless. So this next photo is from me having one of the coolest experiences. This was my first time really getting to hug a giant tortoise. This is an Aldabra tortoise over at the Santa Fe Teaching College down in Florida. This is again part of one of the outings we had while at Croc School there. And we had spent the day out at the teaching school, learning how they take care of their animals, some of the different enrichment and training methods they improvise with different animals and various projects they are working on. So it was a little bit of a different flavor to some of the same projects we were working on with different animals, and ended up being just a really good addition to the outing of that day. It was a lot of fun. Got to see some new animals I had never seen and hug a giant tortoise. I don't know about you, but there's not many more cool experiences than getting to hug a giant tortoise like that. All right, this picture is me taking a moment to completely admire this beautiful little baby alligator during lab day at St. Augustine Alligator Farm while at Croc School, of course. And we were doing various identification and blood drawing labs and all sorts of other fun stuff that I'm not going to give away. But it was quite an amazing experience. That little baby was too cute, making all the cute little gator squeaks and mama calls at first, and then settling down, and just pretty profound experience. Get to hold a little baby gator being from California. So that was a lot of fun. I got to spend as much time as possible around those animals and held them as much as I could because why not? It was a lot of fun. This little dude was a great participant, and yeah, a wonderful learning buddy. So this is one of arguably the coolest photos and memories from the entire Croc School class, other than the amazing lectures and information and field trips and hands-on work with all the crocs and gators. This might have been one of the coolest animals to just get to sit and hold and kind of experience. And for those who don't know what this is a Temistoma, also known as a false gharial, and these things are extremely rare, uh, critically endangered if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to double check that, but most of these are. And yeah, just an amazing creature. Fascinating, beautiful, calm, but powerful. Just unbelievable. And to think that in just a few short years, that animal would be much longer than I am tall is just incredible to think. And they've been around for millions of years. Just an amazing experience. Croc School, St. Augustine Alligator Farm, 2016. Loved it. Thank you for taking this photographic journey down memory lane with me. Join me next week for some more. This is Riley's Reptiles. You've just been watching The Photo Dump.